All right, and sticking with my constant theme of everything I get is fucked right up. Oh, we're getting into this. My God, the most expensive receiver I've ever owned at RZ70. That's their king shit right there, and I got a bad one. Here's a battery. One of the most, well, no, the most expensive battery I've ever purchased. And there's its replacement. Anyway, today is all about continuation of this solar powered shit, and I want to go over this coding stuff because it's good stuff. It might help some of you guys out. I'm going to pivot here. I made a good decision, and then I discovered some things along the way. So I just want to touch base on that, get into it, show you what's good, what's bad, and things to look for. Anyway, let me take you up in the attic and do a little show and tell. All right, I guess we'll start at the beginning quick. This house here was a bank-owned foreclosure. I bought it as a money-making opportunity and been making money with it ever since. My sole purpose in purchasing the place was just to make money. I wanted to do a little fix-up and repair and then just rent it out. Plans are working out that way, more or less, but in the meantime, I'm living here. It's a live-in fix-up kind of a situation, and let me catch my breath here. My fat ass, I'll tell you, not in good shape. This stuff, see this pink shit, whatever, well, it's paint. Whatever that board stuff is, it is not cardboard. It's something else. I don't know what the hell it is. It could be asbestos for all I know. I don't, but it was up all over everything. Everywhere you see was that cardboard stuff. I mean, under the entire roof. When I started doing my roof with this silicone stuff, I was doing that because I noticed that I had a couple of leaks. Let's see. You see all those pans? I noticed I had a couple of leaks when I started doing some inspection work here. I saw what was happening. What literally happened here is the tar at the edge of the shingles had let go, and it allowed the shingle flaps to just lift in the front. They're still nice and flexible. It's not like the shingles are exactly bad. The tar that glued them down definitely was. And the way I chose to deal with that situation was to coat it. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here in just a second. This window's currently removed because that's my safety line. I'll show you this, the front side of it here, my garden and whatnot. This is basically what it looks like. You know, it is pure, literal, actual silicone, and it works great. This has 2 coats. Well, the entire roof has 2 coats on it. When we actually get out there, I'll talk a little bit more about how to do what I did. But it is great stuff. It is great stuff. I highly recommend it. I love this stuff because nothing beats silicone. It sticks to almost everything except water and oil. Nothing beats silicone. Mother Nature can throw everything it's got at it. It can rip your roof off your house. Mother Nature will tear the roof right off, but Mother Nature cannot get through this stuff. Nothing beats silicone. It will outlast you and outlast me. It is lifetime. Silicone is once and done and forever. And that's what I was after, a lifetime roof. Now, discoveries. Let me take you back inside here. What I did not know is what was being hidden by all that pink shit, that cardboard stuff. Oh my God, I didn't know until I was on the roof when I was putting that, when I was applying that stuff. I found some rot spots. I damn near fell through the roof. I didn't fall off the roof, damn near fell through it. Like here, for example. Yeah. see, I had to rebuild that entire section because it was bad. And it was, let's see if I can point to it. It was, yeah, the window's right there. It was about right there that I almost went through. I stepped and it just completely gave way. It was just the stretchiness of the shingles and whatnot that kept me from going through, because the wood was just so rotten. I mean, it was like, it was so bad. But the more I started working on this, the more I investigated. I had to take all this pink shit down, and then I was just seeing broken boards everywhere. Just broken boards. And I'm like, good God, there ain't no fix for that. I already coated the frickin' roof. I coated it twice, actually. And the more I started doing repairs like this, trying to back up the broken boards, it's like welding chicken wire. Once you burn it, you're just going to chase that burn forever. You'll never fix it. You'll never get it. You'll just keep burning it. And everywhere I looked, there was just more broken boards. They're split in the middle. I got giant knots that are just popped right out of the damn boards, and I just didn't know. I didn't know. Nobody could know. Nobody could know unless you tore all that shit down. All that pink shit. And yeah, my God. You know, some of you keyboard warriors, you know, blah blah home inspect. No. Don't even start with your bullshit. Nobody knows what's inside of a wall until you open the wall up. Point blank, period. This is the same as that. You don't know what's in the ceiling of your kitchen until you tear the drywall out. So don't tell me all about inspections. You wouldn't know dick zero either. I did an inspection on this, and you can't see what's underneath the thing until you remove the thing that's blocking vision, right? So anyway, this is my current situation for the day. Now we're gonna go outside, and I'll give you a little more information once we get out there on the roof. All right, here's my remnants of, well, you saw the hole in the roof. This is why there's a hole in the roof, because I removed that chimney. About to show and tell you what's about to happen here. Give me a second, we got to get up there. It's going to be no fun at all. Yeah, no fun at all. Oh, man. All right, there's the hole. Just made that this morning. What I want to tell you here, what I want to show and tell you a little bit, this silicone stuff, freaking awesome. If you get to your roof in time, this is absolutely one way of liquid repairing an otherwise perpetual problem. What I've learned, squat down without falling off here. What I've learned is that the silicone here, yeah, right here, it doesn't want to fill in that edge very nicely. I got 2 coats on this. I was about to put 2 more on until I've changed my mind and going in a different direction now. I started just manually applying silicone to kind of create a little bit of a ramp. You know what I mean? So it's not just this falling off a cliff kind of a thing, because when you're rolling this stuff on, it just doesn't want to seem to fill in the gap there. So I manually filled it in. That's what the difference in texture and color is all about there. Different silicone. Anyway, great stuff. But I would highly recommend, if you're doing a shingled roof like this, just start with the silicone first. Now this roof, this roof is fine. I'm just gonna coat it, you know, in the silicone just like I did the main roof. But when I started, I put that silicone on first. So, you know, I'm solving the problem. I learned from experience, so, you know, hopefully I save you a little bit of time and effort and wasted material, because rolling it on, it just won't get you there. At least it didn't for me. And they want you to use a at least a 1/2 inch roller, I believe it is. No, not for shingled roof. Get the thickest roller you can get. 1 inch. I would recommend a 1 inch or a 1 1/4. They work much better. The 1/2 inch nap, it's just not enough. Not for this. I mean, you're literally going over stone. So the thicker is better in this regard. And when you're applying this stuff, don't put it on thick. Plan on doing multiple coats, because this stuff will run on you, and it's surprisingly resilient to runs. But if you put it on thick, it's going to run on you. And what will happen, I'll take you up and show you the front side a little bit. What will happen is it won't run initially. It'll wait 15 minutes after this stuff has formed a skim coat, after the outside's, you know, getting almost tacky. Then it runs underneath. The stuff that hasn't begun to set up, the stuff that's still liquid underneath, it'll start to run, and it creates this weird, well, it creates a run, and there's nothing you can do about it at that point. You're just done fucked, because, you know, the surface has already begun to set up. It's already got a skin coat on it, you know what I mean? And you're just along for the ride at that point. And like I said, it doesn't happen quickly. It happens like 15 minutes later. And you're, you know, 15 minutes later, I'm already at the middle of the roof. You know, I started out here at the edge, and 15 minutes, I'll be, you know, towards the middle. Now I can't even get back to where I came. You know what I mean? So keep that in mind. It's fun. It's great stuff. I love it. I highly recommend it. But just know what you're getting into before you get into it. Risking life and limb here, trying to show you the runs. Here we go. Let's see if yeah, you know what, it's hard to see, but I got a bunch of runs down there towards the front. It is of course it happened in the front of my house, because that's where I started, and that was, you know, my learning curve. So I'm just forewarning you, plan on multiple coats if you're doing a pitched roof like this. If you're doing a flat roof, you can probably just dump the entire bucket and use a water squeegee to move the stuff around. It is pretty thick. But if you're rolling a roof like I did here, a shingled roof, yeah, plan on a very thick nap roller, you know, at least a 1 inch roller, 1 inch thick nap, and plan on multiple coats. And the silicone here, you know, seal your edges. You'll go through, because that stuff is relatively cheap in comparison. So pick a poison. Yeah, there's a run. You can kind of get an idea what a run looks like on this thing. I use the BioSeal silicone. It's not good stuff because it turns yellow, or I should say it's not good stuff. All pure silicone is good stuff. This stuff is not UV stabilized, so it will turn yellow in the sun. But like I said, I was gearing up to do 2 more coats on this until I've changed my mind. And I tell you all of this just to get to that. So sorry if it's a little long-winded, but my videos are detailed. Anyway, what I've chosen to do, because you've seen the underside of this roof, I got problems, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to tin right over this. I already got too much time and effort and everything invested here. I can't, there is 0 sense in tearing all of this off and putting all new shit down. Just not going to do it. With tin roofs, normally you put down a vapor barrier or membrane, you know, like a, whatever, just a vapor, you know, rubber type membrane thing, right? I mean, if you're going all in, that's what's normally done. Well, here's my vapor membrane. Here's my waterproof, watertight, you know, that part's already done. So that saves a little time and energy right there. So I'm just going to utilize what's here. I'll fix the problem by tinning right over, and because I'm really no good with heights. I hope the camera's not showing it, but I'm a little shaky up here. I don't like this at all. I ain't got the balls in me to do this kind of work anymore. So I got to pay somebody, and the number I got for heavy gauge tin on this, yeah, we're looking at about 8,800 bucks. So this sucks, but it's what's going to get done. It's what's happening, and it is the reason it's the reason I'm still not solar powered yet. Anyway, let me get down to a more comfortable level and talk a little bit more here. Like I said, I got this place as a bank-owned foreclosure, and I guess I'll just tell you what I spent. Good luck finding this kind of a deal. When this stuff comes your way, you don't hesitate. You just jump. You ask questions later. You know what I mean? 39.9, 1,000 square foot, third of an acre, working well, working septic. Yeah, I doubled my money the moment I signed. And we were fortunate enough, we were able to buy it in cash, so there was never any mortgage here. Yeah, we just paid for it and moved right in. Did a lot of repair work inside, and then I'm doing inside and outside. Anyway, place had 2 chimneys. It still has that one. Now that I'm going to go tin over, that chimney's got to come down. As you can clearly see, it is moving. It is falling down. So that's another thing that's got to get done. But right now, I'm just working on the hole that I made there. And all I'm going to do, dirt simple, I'm going to broom that off and just plate it with a sheet metal. Just going to go over it with sheet metal. I'll hit it one more time with the gray silicone here to seal it in so it doesn't rust or whatever. And when I'm ready to do that, I'll be doing this roof as well, and that one down there. That's covering my porch area out back. It was temporary. I built it temporarily, and it's been there for 10 years now, so might as well hit it with the gray stuff while I'm up here, the silicone. Anyway, yeah, this has turned into a bigger project than what I was hoping for, but I still got hardly any money in the solar stuff. I will go over numbers hardcore once it's all finished, but I should be looking at, after the government's done paying me back, I should be looking at just under $5,000 to get this place up and running on solar. I thought that was too hard to pass up, so yeah, hell of a deal. Now I'm spending freaking $8,800 on a roof, so there is that to consider. But hopefully you guys don't have the nightmare that I ran into with this. But this is how I'm doing what I'm doing, and this is what it's taking the time. All right, show you more later. Alrighty, it has been a little bit of time. Today is 9/4/2025. Right down in there. Yesterday, well, you see what I got done. Yesterday I got panels up, and yeah, I'm finally getting some of that free energy. It's only free if you're willing to pay the price, right? It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We don't have my midday sun yet, but my ass is dragging. I've had a couple of really late nights and a couple of really early mornings, so I'm running a bit low on sleep right now. Anyway, I want to get this part 2 video finished off and move along, right? Anyway, that's what we're currently doing with 5,000 watts worth of panels. Now I'll take you and show you what the roof looks like now. All right, I'm not going to climb all the way up on the roof. I'll just get you up as high as I can get you, and show you the silicone and the new roof, and do like that. There's a silicone roof, right? Tin roof, looking like that, and silicone. 2 coats. This is what 2 coats looks like. And I'll tell you what, guys, gals, this is the stuff. I love this stuff. Had I known anyway about my boards up there in the attic, I would have gone 10 over everything, but I didn't know. But if you have good roofing material, a good support structure and whatnot, hell yeah, if you got a questionable roof, fix it with this. You literally paint on a brand new roof. This stuff is awesome. Pure silicone. Nothing beats silicone. All right, here's inside. There's one group of 5 or one bank of 5 panels, and there's another bank of 5, and then I series wired them internally in my attic, and yeah, kind of looking like that, right? And like that. Something. All right, I'll get you one shot from the front yet, but so far so good. All right, hopefully the wind's blocked reasonably well anyway. Here's the front side of her. The first set of 10. I will be putting 10 more on, at least 8, probably 10. I'm gonna build a porch out front, and panels will be the roof of that thing. So I can fit 4 more on the main roof itself, and then I can do at least 4 once the traffic stops. I can do at least 4 to make a decent sized porch roof, and chimney's gone and solar panels are up and everything looks like that. So yeah, you know what, I think we'll wrap her up right about here. This is the roof, the panel install. My toe has officially been dipped in the water. I'll spend some time getting my feet wet now, but all right, this will end video 2, I think. Do the likes, subscribes, bells, the whistles, you know all about that crap. And we'll go over all the numbers then in part 3 and finish off this series.